everyone, welcome back again. So in this video tutorial we will try to learn um, more about fonts in CSS. So in this tutorial what we are going to learn is we will learn how to change the font style, and then how to use different font size to adjust the fonts for different devices. Alright, so the CSS font properties, it will define the font family like boldness, size, and the style of a text. So we use font properties, all right, to change the boldness, italic, or the size or the font style of a text. So first of all, we will try to understand a font family. All right, so the font family, this property, they are used to change the font style or font style. All right, to change the font style we use the property name, font family, and CSS. So this the font family of a text is set with the font family property, and then the font family property should hold several font names as a fallback system, which means that sometimes our browser may not be able to read the font what you have specified in your CSS. So it is always advisable to use several font names. So like here, if the browser does not support the first font, it tries the next font and so on. That means if we use multiple font styles, if the first font is not available, or if the font is not supported by your browser, it will try to display and then use the next font and then so on. So start with the font you want and end with the generic family to let the browser pick a similar font in the generic family. That means we have to write the font name what we want to use, and then followed by the generic font name. All right, that means if no other fonts are available. All right, after that, more than one font family is specified, and a column separated and a comma separated list. That means we can use a multiple number of different fonts where each font is separated by a commas, so that the browser will pick any font which is supported by the browser and then display it to the user. All right, so there are two types of font family names. All right, the first one is we have font family name, and after that the generic family. So the name of a font family like Times, Gorilla, Arial, etc., these are some font family name. All right, after that, some of the examples of a generic family are like serif, sans serif, cursive, fantasy, monospace, etc. All right, so start with the font you want. All right, and then always end with a generic family to let the browser pick a similar font in the generic family if no other fonts are available. So like I have said, we have to start with the family name, and then only after that we have to follow with the generic family name. That means generic family, those will be something which is a really little bit related to that main font what you have used. All right, so out here, separate each value with a comma. That means we have to separate all of the font names with a comma. So let us try to look into an example. Out here we have a two paragraph. After that, these two paragraphs have a different font style. All right, so out here the first one, P, after that the class name, selector, font family, after that Times New Romans, we have given Times, and then serif. Suppose if you save this a particular page and then run it in your browser, and then if your browser does not support the font name Times New Romans, it will display from here. It will pick a font which is little bit similar to this one. It will pick the font and then display it to the user. So followed by the font you want to use, try to use multiple generic font names. All right, so this is how to change your font style. P, you have to give the selector to which element you want to change the font style. After that the property use is font family. After that we have to give our font names. After that, next one we have a font style property. So this the font style property, they are mostly used to specify italic, bold, and so on. All right, so this property has three values. We have normal, italic, and oblique. All right, so if we font style to normal, the text it will show normally. All right, after that italic and then oblique, they are similar to one another. All right, in this italic it will show in italics. After that in the oblique it is leaning. Oblique is very similar to italic but less supported. All right, so let's look into an example. Out here I have three paragraphs, and then I have displayed it in three different font style. All right, so the first one is normal, so it will display as it is. Second one is italic, this one is oblique. All right, so you can use the required font style wherever it is necessary. All right, after that out here the class name, it should not mean that it is always normal, italic, or oblique. For class name we can use any class name. All right, this is just for an example. We have given the class name as normal, italic, and oblique. All right, so that is how we can use a font style property. After that, the next one is we have a font size. So this is very important to resize your font size. So in CSS, to use or to resize your text, the font size property is used. All right, the font size property set the size of the text. After that, so being able to manage the text size is very important in web designing. So like however, like you should not use font size adjustment to make a paragraph look like a headings, or heading to look like a paragraph. So this is very important. You should not forcefully change your heading 1 to a larger font size or smaller font size. Try to use a relevant font size, heading size, or a paragraph wherever it is necessary. After that, resize accordingly. All right, do not force a particular where something like, suppose if you can use a paragraph but you have declared heading 1, and then if you forcefully try to resize your heading 1 font size using CSS, it will be a problem, or it will not give you the desired results. All right, so we should always avoid to forcefully change different heading size or paragraph. All right, so the font size value, it can be absolute or relative. Absolute, in absolute it sets the text to a specific size, and then it does not allow a user to change the text size in all browser paid for accessibility reasons. Absolute size is useful when the physical size of the output is known. So if you use an absolute size, it will not allow the user to change the text size. That means it will display as it is. If you set a 20 pixel, it will display at 20 pixel whether you view it in a larger screen or smaller screen, like that. All right, so the next one we have a relative size. So in relative size, it sets the size relative to surrounding elements. After that, allow a user to text size in the browser. So depending on the user's requirements, the user may able to change the font size to view it in their own browser, or to view it in their own devices. All right, so here let's look into an example. See, out here we have a heading 1. After that, if you want to change the font size of that heading 1, we have to give the property name as font size 42 pixels. For example, if you have a paragraph, and then if you want to change the font size of that paragraph, we just have to declare font size. After that, we give the value as desired. Right, so if you use pixel, you can still use the zoom tool to resize the entire page. Right, if we use pixel, as we zoom the browser, the font size also will become bigger. That's it. All right, after that, the second example we have is, we have one heading font size, we have used 1.875 em. Alright, so em is ephemeral unit, which is relative to current font size. Alright, so like and to allow user to resize the text in the browser menu. Many developers use em instead of pixel. So in most cases, most developer in web designing, most people they use this em, so that it will allow the user to resize the text to their desirable size when they view it in their own different devices. So out here 1 em is equal to the current font size. That means if your web page has the current font size of 20 pixel, it will be equivalent to 1 em. Alright, so the default text size in a browser is 16 pixels. So basically the default size of 1 em is equal to 16 pixel. Alright, so the size of it can be calculated by using this formula, pixel divided by 16. So 16 is the default font size in pixels. After that you have to give the pixel, so out here you will get the value like this. Alright, after that let's okay, so the solution that works in all browser is to set the default font size in percent of the body. So to make it more responsive to all of the devices, the best solution is to set the font size inside the body. Alright, out here like this, body font size is 100%. That means it will display its own capacity. Alright, so after that, if we declare give a different font size to all of these headings or paragraphs, wherever you want to change it, now the above code will work great, and then it will show the same text size on all browsers and allow all browsers to zoom or resize the text. That means where even if you view it in a larger screen or smaller screen, or use a different browser, it will display the exact font size. And then and it will also allow the user to zoom in or zoom out to resize the text in their own browser. After that, the last one we have is responsive font style. So if you want to have a responsive font size, we have to use viewport width. Alright, so the text can be set with a VW unit, which means the viewport width. So that way the exact size will follow the size of the browser window, so it will make the text responsive. So if you want to change the font style of heading 1, H1 style after font size 10 viewport width. So if we do it like that, depending on the size of the browser. Alright, if the browser is small, it will resize this heading 1 font according to that screen size or resolution. Alright, so if you view it in a bigger screen or bigger larger browser size, it will display larger. It goes on like that. So if you want to have a responsive font size, use VW. Okay, so basically those are some of the things you can work around with fonts to change a font family or to change a font size. So thank you so much, and see you in the next class.